Good afternoon, suckers. I am back, and can you tell the difference? I'm on a new microphone, and that is why this video is being made today. I'm just gonna riff it and do a little story time to see how this new mic sounds. The old mic I was using was very cheap. It was just kind of like a mic on a stick, and I loved it. It looked really cool, but when I got loud or got too close to it, my voice would get really overblown, and I don't like that too much. And the other mic I have is extremely high quality. I had it from back in the day when I was making music, and it's a very nice mic, but it's really big, and it's not a USB mic. It connects to this compressor box, which connects to the computer. It's just a whole ordeal to set up, and it's very old, so I don't know how much time it's got left in it. So I'm just not going to worry about that microphone. We're going to move on with this new microphone, which is a step up from the last one, but isn't a perfect mic. But we'll see how it sounds. I mean, this is my first time using it. I just got it about an hour ago. And yeah, let's fucking give something a try. We're going to do a little story time. Don't anticipate getting a lot of views on this video, but I mean, it is what it is. I just kind of want to test the waters here. Test the waters, see how it sounds. So, this is a story time about how I got beat up over a rap battle. Now, when this happened, I was 14 years old, and I was at the first house party I'd ever went to. So to set the stage for you, when I was 14 years old, I was very overweight, and I have orange hair and glasses. Just not a setup for social success at all. And that's the reality of it. I'm not going to sit here and tell some picture-perfect story. This is real-life shit. And, yeah, I just wasn't a social butterfly, I got zero bitches. I didn't know how to talk to bitches till I was like 17 years old, to be honest. And it's just the reality of it. But I went with two friends. One of these friends was my best friend at the time, and the other one was someone who I'd consider a close friend at the time, who would go on to steal from me later on in life, and then we never talked again. So these two people aren't my friends anymore, but at the time they were my closest friends, and I had no other friends. So to set the stage for you, I was hanging out with them, and we went to this other dude's basement where they planned on having this party later, and I really didn't want to go, to be honest with you. But we're in his basement, and he's setting it all up, and they're telling me how it's gonna be so fun. There's gonna be weed, bitches, and booze. And you know what? I wasn't too worried about the bitches because I knew I wasn't getting my dick sucked regardless. But the weed and the booze was pretty enticing, man. I'm 14 years old. I ain't never really been drunk before, but I've drank alcohol, and I loved smoking weed at the time. I just started getting into it. So, I was ready, man. I was ready. So we were in that guy's basement, and we were setting it all up, and I guess they talked me into it. I had agreed to go. I remember specifically them telling me, dude, the last time we were here, there was this girl who got so drunk, and she was like, I'm not leaving until I make out with somebody. And, yeah. Mind you, we're 14 years old at the time. This is some shit that happens, This is, yeah, it's not a Disney tale, It is what it is. So at some point here, I'd gotten talked into it and agreed to go to this house party. And mind you, this was years ago. I'm 24, almost 25. So this was 10 years ago now. So a lot of these details I've forgotten. So really, anything beyond me leaving that guy's house and then at some point going back, I've forgotten all of that. I'm sure we went and got some weed and shit. I don't know where our underage crowd of people got all this alcohol from or all this weed. I've forgotten. But we did get it. And we ended up going to this party. And sure enough, people started flooded in from all walks of life. We had people I knew, people I didn't know, females, all sorts of shit. People are in. There's music playing. We're in this dude's basement, turning the fuck up, and everyone's having a great time. I grab my red Solo cup. I'm drinking, man. I got to drinking, and I was pretty much just staying around my friends that I knew well because, like I said, I wasn't a social butterfly. I wasn't about to talk to any strangers or try and get any pussy. I was just gonna stay with the people I knew, and that's what I did. And so it was pretty packed, and at some point I remember being pretty drunk. It was my first time ever being hammered. And after a while I noticed there were a group of people freestyling in a bedroom nearby. And I remember walking in there, and there was two guys freestyling that were known there as rappers. Not famous rappers, but just guys who made music, and they were known at the party as guys who were good at rapping. One of them was the one guy's brother that I was friends with, not my best friend, but the other friend. He was his brother, and I knew him very well, so I started rapping with them. And now, you know, when you're around a bunch of teenagers, you get that one nerdy looking dude, he starts rapping, everyone starts paying attention because this is just some shit. It's hilarious. It's a fucking meme. So now everyone's hyped up because I'm fucking rapping and I'm spitting some shit. I mean, it probably stunk. And then at some point, this rap ends up turning into a rap battle. So at first it's me and my friend's brother were rap battling against each other. I remember I was spitting some crazy shit. I don't remember what I said, but I remember the whole crowd going, "Oh!" And I remember him saying some shit about me having fat fingers. And I remember that really got the crowd going. So things were getting a little frisky at this point. And they had moved me on to the next round to rap against this other guy. I'm talking some 8 Mile type shit, house party in the fucking suburbs. This other guy, who I still know to this day, he's a cool guy, but I didn't know him at the time. I'd never met him, and he was older and much bigger than me. I don't know how old he is, how much older than me he is. If I had to guess, he was between 17 and 19, so between 3 to 5 years older than me. And much bigger and much scarier looking. And the rap battle begins, and I went first, and this is where it happens. I remember rapping and starting off the verse. I don't remember anything I said, but I do remember in my head I created this idea right before I went of ending it with, "You don't even get to go," and walking away. And I knew that would get everyone fucking going. I knew it. So I fucking ended my verse by saying, yo mama a hoe, you don't even get to go. And then I just started walking out of the room. The whole fucking crowd of this entire party starts going, whoa, whoa. And I knew I killed, man. I fucking killed. I had destroyed this guy. At least that's how I felt. I mean, the liquid courage was in me. I was feeling myself. I felt like I killed that shit. And you know how when you're 14, like the littlest disc just gets blown so out of proportion? Well, what I failed to account for was that this guy's mom had passed away. And for him, that must have been a very traumatic experience. And also, he was drunk. So me saying, yo mama a hoe, did not sit well with him. I had no idea his mom died. If I would have known that, I wouldn't have touched that topic, but I did. So as I'm walking away and the crowd's going crazy, I'm feeling like the man, I just, out of nowhere, boom, I just get fucking punched in the face, and I stumble back. I'm so glad I didn't get knocked out, because that would have been so embarrassing. I turn around like, oh shit, what just happened? Like when it first happened, I didn't even understand what happened. Like, did someone hit me with something? Like, I didn't process that I'd gotten punched in the face. So I turn around, And there he is, charging me again. Boom! Fucking socks me again, right in the fucking face. And I stumble back, and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to fight this guy who's fucking huge and gonna fucking kick my ass. And the whole crowd starts grabbing him and grabbing me and pulling us apart. And fucking, they push me like towards the stairs. So I go up the stairs and then go outside where my friends are. And I remember looking at them going, I just got punched in the face. And they're like, what happened? And I was like, I don't know. I was fucking rap battling this guy, and I said he didn't even get to go, and I started walking away. And I was scared as fuck because this dude was big as fuck, and I didn't want to get my ass kicked. So, the dude who was the orchestrator of the party comes outside and explains to me that his mom had died. And I was like, oh fuck, man, this is not good. And basically what ends up happening is I stay away from him for a little while, and then I start going downstairs. I remember this girl telling me, like, dude, like, you probably should just get the fuck out of here. He's all gassed up. And at some point we were both outside, and I was like, dude, I didn't even know that was the case, and I apologize. And he was like, it's all good, man. We shook hands, and all seemed good. All seemed good. We went our separate ways, and we continued on with the party. Of course, obviously, no one forgets that shit. And what ends up happening is kids start going to me, telling me that he's trying to fight me again, and they start going to him, telling him that I'm fucking talking shit about his mom again, and all this other shit. So I don't know if that's true, if they really did get him hyped up again, he really wanted to fight again. I don't know. What I do know is, I remember telling my friends, like, dude, I can't do this. I gotta get the fuck out of here. But they just wouldn't let me leave, so I had to fucking ride out the party, and I laid low the entire time, tried to just hide off into the crowd, and fucking, you know, finally things started to die down. He leaves, I leave, we go our separate ways, and yeah, that's pretty much how it ended up going down. And I remember it being brought up to me like a whole however many months later when I was in high school. I remember the dude that orchestrated the party was like, my bad, man, I didn't mean for that to happen. And it's like, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm just glad I didn't get knocked the fuck out. And yeah, that's just how it goes. And that guy that hit me, you know, he ended up, I seen him a few times down the road, and you know, I even seen him at some other events that I went to, and, you know, nothing weird. We never really spoke about it. We just kind of moved on, and we were cordial after that. And, yeah, shit's wild, man. And that's pretty much the end of the story. So, and what I will say is, coming up, I do have some videos planned about sports, and also I'm going to be making some health-related content, showing you guys, well, I'm working on my body transformation. I mean, I've had many transformations, just to set the scene for you if you're curious. A couple years ago, I was 265 pounds. I got down to about 195, but with weightlifting I now float around 200 pounds. So I'm doing another transformation where I'm focusing on basically getting ripped to the zip here. And yeah, I'm documenting that, and I'm gonna upload that to YouTube as much as I can. And yeah, that'll be what's coming up. And also I'm going to what do you call it? I'm going to be doing sports videos, probably hockey related when the playoffs start, and Dolphin stuff when shit like that comes up. But you guys know that. Alright, I just had to stay consistent, drop another video. This video stinks. This channel stinks. You stink for listening to me for 15 minutes. What the fuck is wrong with you? Listening to the Zamboni for 15 minutes? What do you tell your mother? Anyway, I'm fucking out of here. Go fuck yourselves.